Hello, it's your girl Princess Sini, and today I want to briefly talk about ancestral spirits because after consulting for some people and I tell them that they are dealing with ancestral spirits, they just freak out, and the first thing that comes to their mind is that they want to separate themselves from their ancestral spirits. Now, first of all, say that those people were misinformed. Probably the previous places they've gone to or the previous spiritualists that they've worked with have made them believe that ancestral spirit is something to be worried about. So I want to throw some light for so that people that are interested can have a better understanding. Now, first of all, what are ancestral spirits? Ancestral spirits are spirits or souls of your ancestors. These your ancestors include your past loved ones, individuals in the family tree from years back. They could even be the spirits of your past loved one that you knew in this lifetime. For instance, if your mom or your dad, your sibling, your grandparents are late, they are part of your ancestral spirits. These are spirits, people that you knew in this your lifetime. Now, some of these ancestral spirits reincarnate. Like some of them come back, some of them choose not to come back, but some of them reincarnate maybe 50 years later, but some come back almost immediately. Those are the ones that have unfinished business that they have to complete. Do you understand? For instance, if you've lost your mom some years back and you get married and have a child, it's possible that your child might be an incarnation of your late mom. Do you understand? Now, if you loved that your mom so much, like you guys were so close, you guys will continue in this lifetime and work together to achieve something important for your lineage too. Now, if that's your parent that reincarnated is the one you were always fighting with, that's your parent has come back for you to make peace in this lifetime. Do you understand? So some of them come back, but some of them do not come back. Now, let me go into the aspect of people that want to separate themselves from their ancestral spirits. Let me say this first of all, it's impossible. Some people claim that they've gone to other spiritualists that separated them from those ancestral spirits. But my question is, if they successfully did it, why is it still coming up for you? I don't know, I'm just asking. But if you're working with me, I'm my ancestors' baby. Like, I'm the apple of their eyes, I'm the pride of my ancestors. I work with my ancestors, so you cannot expect me that is at peace with my own to separate you from yours. It's not possible. So if you came for consultation and after consulting and I informed you that you are dealing with an ancestral spirit, I'm not informing you that you are going to separate yourself from them. No, it was probably highlighted one because maybe you're on the wrong path and your ancestors want to put you back on track. That is why you were going through what you were going through, because the main reason why people come to consult is when they are going through something, they really want to know more about themselves, what is going on. So after consulting, and it is that your ancestral spirits are the ones you should pay attention to. I'm not telling you for you to freak out, it's for you to go back in line. Do you understand? Because this is your ancestor. You know what it means for something to be ancestral, something to be an ancestral something. You cannot separate yourself from your ancestors, because if somebody gave birth to you, you did not fall from the sky. You have a lineage, you have a roots. If something happens in Nigeria now and the government is like, everybody go back to your roots, you have where you're going to. Even if everybody in your family tree is late, you are the only person, you are the only surviving person in that root, you have a root. Do you understand? So when some people are like, they separated me, I'm like, did they separate you? Like, okay, even if they separate you and you still go back to answer that surname, you have just wasted that person's effort. Do you understand? So I don't think you should even want to separate yourself. It's just separating yourself from your ancestors is like, because if anything happens to you and you're no longer in this life again, you are still an ancestor to your sibling, you're still an ancestor to your children, an ancestor to your children. Do you understand? So it's impossible. If it's highlighted for you that you're going through what you're going through because of your ancestors, maybe because you are ignoring them or you're on the wrong path or they want you to come close to them, even on this earthly plane, if you stay 3 weeks, your mom has not heard from you, your dad, your siblings, nobody has heard your break, like they'll start getting worried. They'll start calling you, baby girl, are you okay, what's wrong? So I don't see anything bad in your ancestors wanting that communication with you. That you're at peace with your ancestors does not mean that you'll be traveling to the village every week. It does not. You can even, maybe it's possible that you won't even go to your village for the next 50 years, but you're at peace with your ancestors. They are working for you. Some people like to remove themselves from all those ancestral things, maybe because their village people, let me just use it, their village people or the elders they are seeing nowadays are not portraying something positive. You know, village people are always linked to dark magic and that kind of stuff. So some people don't really like associating themselves, but that is not the case. I'm not saying this to, just for the physical plane. I'm not even talking about the physical plane. I'm saying this based on the spiritual aspect of it. So being at peace with your ancestors is very important. Your ancestors are not the cause of your issue. If you're going through any issue that is linked to them, it's because you're on the wrong path or they want to draw you closer to them. That is for that. Now the second one is for those people that grew up and they found out that there was a deity that their grandparents or their forefathers brought into their compound, maybe buried in their family or built a house for that deity. So they now come up now and they come to me like, there's this deity in our compound, we are looking for who will remove it. Are you the one that put it? Do you understand? I really want to talk about this one, to be honest, because you don't know what your forefathers, you don't know what your ancestors went through, you don't know how much they pleaded, the sacrifices they had to make before they were able to successfully install that thing or bring that thing into your family, and you want to remove it. Are you not looking for trouble? Do you understand? If you know you don't want to associate yourself with all those things, just leave it alone and go about your business. Do you understand? You cannot stand up one day, something that was installed years ago by a group of people to make your life to be better. All those luxury you are enjoying in this your lifetime, places your mates will go to, they will not make it. You will make you will go and make it. Exams that some people will take, they will not, it will not go through. Yours, you just pass it like that. You think it's magic, you think it's telemundo. So please, anything that you do not install, leave it. If you don't want to be part of it, rest. Now some people will come to me, I married a rich man, this, that, money is not the problem, it's child that is the problem, and after consultation is linked to your ancestral spirit. It's nothing to be worried about. That means there is something that your ancestors was doing for that deity in your family that you are not keeping up with. Do you understand? So for those ones that say they have this, they have that, but they are still going through this, is you people that I'm talking to now. There is something that your ancestor was doing for that deity that they brought to your compound that you are not doing. Do you understand? So for more inquiries about that one, just send me a DM. Do you understand? But generally, your ancestors are not back. Your ancestors are part of your spirit team. If you are going through anything, they are the one that will pull up for you. Do you understand? So that thing you are going through, that challenge you are going through, that door we say no go open, who say no go open? Be at peace with your ancestors. Be at peace with your spirit team. Your spirit team, your ancestors, your water people, they work hand in hand with God Almighty. Chukwu Okike, Olorun, Olodumare, they work hand in hand with God Almighty for your own good. So that door we say, that door that say will not open, or that manifestation you're trying to bring that is saying it will not come, is for what? Once you are at peace with your spirit team, you work hand in hand with God Almighty. Is your army you are building. So being at peace with your ancestors is like you are building your army, you're equipping yourself. Do you understand? So your ancestors are not your enemies. As for me, I am proud of my ancestors.